What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, man, a lot has been happening in the last couple of days. Big news, obviously, is Barkley Marathon started off this morning at 7:54 a.m. was the official start time when the cigarette was lit. Pretty cool. A lot of big name people there this year. A lot of big name people, and several are out. I mean, a lot are on Loop 2 right now. I think I saw a stat just a few minutes ago that was like 30 runners started Loop 2, and that's, I think, a Barkley Marathons record. So that's pretty cool. Courtney doing well. John, of course, John Kelly flew through the first loop. Carl, Guillaume, all those guys doing fantastic, which is to be expected. My prediction, so this is just this is just me and my knowledge of Barkley and Frozen Head. And admittedly, I haven't really followed Barkley much at all this past year after the nonsense last year. But my prediction is if they make it through the night, because tonight it's pouring rain. I mean, I live very close to the park. It's pouring rain right now. It's going to be muddy. It's going to get cold tonight. So if they make it through the night and start Loop 3, I predict we'll see a couple of finishers this year potentially. That's just me. I think with this field, both on the men's side and possibly on the women's side, but the men's side for sure, with John Kelly looking as strong as he does, with Guillaume and Carl, those three, they're going to go at least 4 loops, at least, so possibly 5. And on the women's side, we've got Jasmine Paris and Courtney. So those two ladies, I mean, there's plenty of other ladies in the race that are, from Norway. We've got some Australians, some big name ladies out there as well. But obviously, all eyes are on Courtney and Jasmine. And I think they could do a fun run. That's definitely in them for sure. And we'll see. Maybe they'll get on Loop 4. Who knows? Just depends on how well they did in the first loop or two, following some veterans around. Big news, though, was that Maggie isn't out there. She is crewing, so she is there, but she's not running. So she's crewing John Kelly, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I would have expected to see her on the starting line. But anyway, enough Barkley talk. You can find all that on other places from approved sources. But anyway, so my training has been treadmill related, basically, with my wife. Her surgery, we're now 6 days post-op. The day you're watching this, it'll be 7 days post-op for her. And so today is the first run in a week that I was actually able to get out on the roads, outside and not on a treadmill, including my long run. So this past Saturday, I was supposed to have my mother-in-law come over so I could go do my long run. It's my last big long run before the marathon. It was a 3-hour run. But unfortunately, she was not able to come over on Saturday, so I did hit the treadmill for 3 hours on Saturday, and it was honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was a good mental test. I did fine. I watched a lot of Netflix. Finally finished season 1 of Outer Banks, and yeah, I mixed up the paces a little bit. So I kind of did like a warm up, and then there were, I think it was about a 7.5 mile warm up, and then 4.5 miles at marathon pace, and then a 1 mile at like endurance pace, easy pace, and then another 4.5 miles at marathon pace, and then just a cool down, but it was endurance pace. It was like an 8-minute. I think I averaged like a 7:40, 7:42 on that run, but it was 3 hours on the treadmill. It was over 23 miles, so it was a big run. And let's just say the Carbon X3s did fine on the treadmill, so that's a big plus to find out that as well. But that's my last big run. So now it's just, I think my longest run leading up now to the race is like maybe an hour and 45 minutes. So it's not a lot, but it's going to be hopefully more outside. So today my mother-in-law came over because we had to take my wife to physical therapy for her second physical therapy appointment, which went really well. You'll see more or hear more about that in another video coming out soon. But I was able to go out and run. So I went outside. I moved my Thursday speed work, which was supposed to be Thursday. I moved it to today, Tuesday, because I needed to get that session in and wanted to do that outside. So that was really nice that she was able to come over. But yeah, it was a good run today. Today was just a short 15-minute warm-up at endurance pace, and then 4 miles at marathon pace, and then 1 mile at endurance pace. And then 3 times I did half mile at marathon pace with a half mile at endurance pace. So 3 times of that, and then just cool down at endurance pace. So the average on that was again in the 7:30s, I think, 7:40 maybe, something like that. But it felt good. The marathon pace felt is feeling pretty comfortable, I should say. So we'll see how it is. I should mention too, on the treadmill 3-hour long run, it wasn't just flat. I did do over 1,700 feet of elevation with that too. I wanted to try to make it as realistic as I could, even though I was on the treadmill. And that went pretty well, so I was encouraged by that. Looking forward to race day. Now 3 weeks away, roughly, I think. Yeah, something like that. Less than 3 weeks. Yeah, less than 3 weeks away. Cool. But I'll tell you what, though. Being my hat goes off to single parents out there. Single parents, they got a lot on their plate. So I'm learning that firsthand right now. I'm obviously I'm not a single parent. I do have my lovely wife, but she's recovering from surgery, like I mentioned. So now she's basically worthless. She's not worthless, but she knows, she lays in bed. That's what she can do right now. She can walk around with crutches. But as far as helping around the house or with the kids, that's pretty much, she can't do that, unfortunately. But so I'm finding out firsthand what it's like to be a single parent. So my hat is off to you guys, especially those that do that and then have somebody that they are a full-time caregiver for. It's a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm gonna need a vacation. Anyway, but thank you all for watching. I do appreciate you all. Stay tuned. I think next week I will have the video of her surgery, the first week of the post-op period, detailing some of those experiences and kind of what happened. So that should be out next week. All right, well, that's it though. So thank you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you want to take a look at some other ultra running, trail running videos that I liked, check out my top 17 videos over here to check out. Not from me, but from other people that I really like. So take a look at that. Over here, I'll put a playlist of, I'll put my Frozen Head playlist up over here so you can check out some Frozen Head videos and, yeah, see what's out there. So anyway, thanks. I'll see you on the next one.